Welcome back to Talkin About the Taboo. This is a podcast where curious minds run to who want to dive deep into the stuff your mom or your dad or whoever the fuck told you not to bring up at the dinner table. The sex and the shame and the secrets and those little crushes and relationships. There's body image, power, and pleasure. There's so much that goes into it. And yeah, we're talking about all of it. There's no filter, no small talk, and also no pants required. Okay, I'm kidding. Actually, I'm not, unless you're into that. I'm here today to pitch my podcast and who I am and what my mission is. Well, I'm Natalie Maloy, and I'm your host, your guide, and your permission slip. So, currently, right now, I'm going to be a certified sex coach actually next month. And I'm also a sexual empowerment advocate and a recovering good girl turned full-blown brat. And I'm a truth teller. And my mission is to help people unlearn the fucking bullshit and reclaim the power and start living the kind of life and sex life that actually feels good. Mentally, physically, intellectually, whatever the fuck it is. And this podcast is my passion to purpose, okay? It started as a little idea. Me and my mom talked about what the name should be, and I recorded my first podcast on my phone in my car, parked in this suspiciously quiet lot, and now we're growing faster than your ex's ego after one decent orgasm. Too soon? No, but seriously, this podcast is my digital diary. And what started as voice notes on my voice memos turned into big dreams. It's now a legit movement. So through this show and my coaching business, I work with women, men, non-binary babes, and badass humans of all kinds to help you rewrite your stories and rewrite the shame and get rid of it, de-shamify, but not ignore it. And also talk more about pleasure principles, boundaries, and just bold ass self-expression. So in this podcast, you should expect solo episodes, juicy interviews, unfiltered advice, and probably way too many metaphors involving lube. I do make a lot of lube metaphors. And I'll say what everyone's thinking, but too afraid to really voice. And hopefully give you a laugh, a light bulb moment, self-expression, or just the courage to finally say what's been living rent-free in your throat chakra. Because even right now, I had a little lump in my throat because I knew there was some type of idea, some type of something I had to express. And that's when I record a podcast, when I know it's needed. My body is telling me, my chakras are telling me. So this entire podcast represents Clit-Municate. That's what you're going to see everywhere and what I'm going to say all of the time. And what Clit-Municate represents is everything that I just shared with you. Clit-Municate represents, de-shamifying, and represents open communication, represents harm reduction, represents normalizing the taboo. And within these episodes, I bring on gynecologists, I bring on doctors, I bring on sex workers who are also mothers. And I really de-shamify what others assume, and I ask people, hey, these are the raw dog questions that people are wondering. Let's fucking dig into this. And how I promote this is through tabling events, and I'll share some images where I talk to people and I promote the idea, and I sell merch that says Clit-Municate on it. And I also sell additional merch just to kind of promote the idea of sex positivity, and humor can be, this stuff can be taught and doesn't need to be so serious all the time, and also does not need to promote celibacy all the time. and to remember that sex education is building blocks. Obviously, you're not going to show a child my podcast right from the jump or at all until they're older. But I do talk about on this podcast is those real dog fucking questions. Like, hey, like when's the right age to say this and when's the right age to do that? And I bring on, moms that are trying to teach their kids that. I bring on relationship dynamics like the series that I have called Ethical Non-Monogamy, and individuals talk about the real thing of jealousy. So this podcast, like I said, is my digital diary to express the need of turning the taboo into not the taboo. And that's the eroticism of the title, Talkin About the Taboo. So if you're ready, I want you to sit down, strip down, or whatever you're into, and start with whatever episode you want. Fair warning, like I said, these episodes did start in my car on voice memos, and some of them are audio only in the beginning, but if you start from the beginning, you'll get to see my transition into the big boss ass woman I am today. I want to thank all my viewers. I want to thank all of my friends and especially my family for supporting me on this journey. And I love you all. And with lots and lots of lube, remember, Clit-Municate. Mwah.